Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by. Like, the level in which these Fulani herdsmen are buying people in Nigeria is really heartbreaking. Like, it is really getting out of hand. So there is this fresh killings in Plateau State last Sunday, my people. This happened after the one that the governor of Plateau State came out and begged Nigeria government that they should come and help them. Like, they are frustrated. They don't even know what to do again. This one happened last Sunday, my people. Like, I have never heard that when these Fulani herdsmen went and buy so people, like Nigeria security agents get hold of at least one. But after the buying of hundreds of people, you will not see them coming, saying that they have deployed the security agents, that the security agents, they are there. Like, what is all this nonsense? After they have buyed like many people. So we heard that your president from France is saying that enough is enough for this killing. Like, we are not even sure whether Tinubu is aware of what is happening in Nigeria, honestly. So this statement comes from presidency, not Tinubu. Tinubu is in France relaxing, and we don't even know what is happening to him there. Now, they are telling us that Tinubu is saying that enough is enough for these killings. Like, what is going on in this country? Like, people are buying, and these people are using the life of people to do politics. This is really heartbreaking, honestly. Like, there's one I had, this recent killing, this one that happened last Sunday, that the family of 8, this Fulani herdsmen just wiped the whole family out. Chai! This is really sad. Let me allow you guys to just listen to this particular video and hear for yourself what people from the Plateau State are saying concerning these killings in Plateau State. Just take a listen.
Days after more than 80 people were killed in Plateau State, there's been another attack. Now, this time, leaving 52 confirmed deaths so far and many others injured. The latest incident on Sunday night was a brutal attack in Zike and Kimakpa communities in Basa local government area. Arise correspondent Douglas Francis reports that the incident has left the affected communities in grief as survivors recount the horror.
As Plateau State residents struggle to come to terms with the recent attacks in Bokos local government area, where over 80 persons were killed and communities displaced, yet another attack has hit Zike and Kimakpa communities in Pali district of Basa local government area, where 52 persons were killed in cold blood at night. Residents of the community who trooped out in large numbers, pouring out their hearts to the government and security agencies demanding urgent intervention. Chairman of the Irigwe Youth Development Association tells journalists that the attackers arrived in the early hours on Monday, where they shot sporadically and killed many victims while asleep.
Yesterday night, we received a distress call. Fulani came in mass, in numbers, and they attacked this particular village that we are seeing. And today we record a huge number of casualties. This thing is still reoccurring in this state and in this local government. As you all know, we signed a peace pact with these people, but it never worked. And I don't think we'll ever go into such agreement again, because I look at that as a mere mirage. It's just a mess to us, because you agree on something that the other party is not following.
Many here say the attacks are becoming too many as the Irigwe nation is under siege. They want the federal government and security agencies to put a stop to the attacks.
As usual, on their normal activities, having their normal night, observing their normal day, night, and all of a sudden this unfortunate event, these marauders, these bloodsuckers, visited them early hours of today. We have passed several motions. We have called on the state government to these ugly incidents. We have profound solutions. We have asked that settler campuses of security should be opened in border states.
Situation of what happened. So Fulani herdsmen invaded this community, killed and macheted the Irigwe people. I am telling you, the situation is very disheartening, very sad to see. If you turn your camera to look at women, children, aged crying, you will yourself, even as journalists, also join in shedding tears because the situation is bad. To say a single attack, over 50 people have been killed.
Yeah, if I will give you the account of women that lost their husband, we have about 570 something women that Fulani people killed their husband. We have so many widows and orphans in this community. So we are tired. This thing enough is enough. We want Fulani people to stop doing all this thing that they are doing to Uruguay people. We don't want them.
Despite the security measures put in place by the state government in tackling insecurity, the residents say it is yet to yield positive results.
And in his first reaction, Governor Caleb Mutfwang calls for calm following the attacks. He says proactive steps will be put in place to forestall further attacks.
At about midnight into early this morning, over 100 militia bandits descended on one of the communities in Kwal district of Bassa local government, leaving in their trail a number of dead bodies and destroyed houses. We've just deliberated and taken information, debriefing from the heads of security on all that transpired, and we are trying to establish what actually happened, why it happened, so that we can be able to address the situation. At the moment, the situation there is calm, and we've tried to plead with the people, restrain them from any reaction that will further escalate the situation. And we are glad that the youth of that community were able to listen to us. At the moment, we are discussing very far-reaching decisions that we will take in order to avert possible future occurrences. Details of some of these decisions will be made available in my broadcast to the state tomorrow. In the meantime, I want to reassure the people of Plateau State that we are truly on top of this situation and will go to any length to be able to forestall further occurrence. At the moment, I'd like to encourage our people all over the state that please, whatever intelligence you pick up, no matter how irrelevant you think it is, please do let us know. We are ready to protect the source of our information so that no life will be in jeopardy. Because we realize that if we don't get sufficient intelligence, we will not be able to react as we should.
Governor Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau State there. President Bola Tinubu has condemned the latest killings, describing the bloodshed as tragic and unacceptable. In a statement issued by the presidency, Tinubu extended sympathies to Governor Caleb Mutfwang and urged him to summon the political will to tackle the root causes of the conflict and break the cycle of violence. He blamed the unrest on long-standing ethnic and religious tensions and instructed security agencies to investigate the attacks and bring those responsible to justice. He says the tit-for-tat killings must stop, stressing that enough is enough. He reaffirmed the federal government's support for Plateau State in advancing dialogue, accountability, and lasting peace. I'm being joined now on the that's on the line from Jos by correspondent Douglas Francis for the latest in these developments. Thank you so much for joining us, Douglas. What can you give us in terms of updates on the attacks on Bassa in Plateau State?
Thank you, Madam. The situation on the plateau right now, especially in Zikan and the Kimapa, where this incident happened, is quite sad, pathetic, and that of grief from the locals. Because according to eyewitnesses that we spoke to when we went to the communities, they said yesterday or early hours this morning at about 12:30 to 1 that, most of the locals were sleeping, and these marauders coming from the border from Kaduna State invaded their communities and started shooting. In fact, in one of the villages that we went to, a family of 8, the father, the mother, and the 6 children were completely wiped out. So it has been so pathetic that even security men are on ground, both the police and the Nigerian military, to forestall, any further issues that will arise. But for the residents, it has been a grief in their locality where they are not happy with what is happening. That's the situation we find ourselves currently.
No doubt is a case of sorrow, tears, and blood on the plateau, and just like you said, the grief on the part of the locals there cannot even be described. Now, when you say that security agencies putting up some kind of beefed up security, this is not the first attacks on the plateau. What can you tell us about attempts by the military agencies to ensure that this does not happen again?
Okay, yes. For the military, to be quite sincere, the military under the Operation Safe Haven have been trying their best because when the former GOC, Major General Abubakar Abdul Salam, was in Jos, he tried to, under his command, he tried to hold critical stakeholders meeting with the various groups, both the herdsmen and the farmers, where he reiterated, pleaded with them for the need for peace. And not only that, he also set up some military base within the communities. And they've signed series of peace pacts. In fact, before he left, he had an expanded stakeholders meeting where headers and farmers came, the locals, they came and signed an agreement that there will be no more crisis or any issue in the locality. And the both parties signed that agreement. And when he left, for some time, we didn't have any issue of attack until few days ago, where in one of the villages in Miango, there was an attack and 3 people were killed. From there, it became an issue. And when this incident happened in Bokos local government, where over 80 people lost their life, it started creating apprehension and tension within this flashpoint because Bassa local government have been on the spotlight. If you recall previous years, both Miango, Kwal, and other areas within that locality have been having issue of incessant attack. But to be fair on the military, they've tried. But of course, one surprising thing is after the stakeholders meeting, after the agreement with the various factions, when they go back, the question that is begging for answer is, what do they tell their locals? What do they tell their people? What message do they pass to their people that at the end of the day, they still come back and we face this attack?
Yes, I mean, $1 million question there. Finally, before I let you go, Douglas, I mean, hearing from the president when he says that long-standing ethnic and religious, tensions behind these killings. Initially, we thought it was a herder, farmer situation, and he's pushed it back to the governor to do something, drastically about the situation in Plateau State. What exactly is the sense on ground on the streets of Plateau as to the root causes of this crisis?
Okay, now the locals, what they are saying is, we are not chasing foreigners out of Plateau State. But what we are saying is, if you are staying in a particular place, there are rules and regulations that need to be followed. And for some time, these issues have, been working well, where foreigners come and they settle here and they don't have issues. But the major issue is, since 2001, when we had the first crisis on the plateau, from there it kept nosediving. From there, 2008, where we had the local government issue, 2009 up to 2010. And if you recall, there was a period that in Dogona Hawa, over 500 people were killed. And from there, the center could not hold. But the major issue now is the problem on the plateau from investigation is about land grabbing. It's about control. Because most of the places that these issues have happened, when they attack, these headers, alleged, try to take over the community. Take, for instance, where it happened in Manguna, where we went to, that is Ite, one of the communities. When we got there, we spoke to the locals, and they said by 3 a.m. in the afternoon, 3 p.m. in the afternoon, these Marudas came from nowhere, started shooting at them. In fact, the villager said he was sleeping when these people came, invaded the community, and virtually killed over 40 people on the spot. And when you ask the locals what is it, they say, these are people we know. We share boundaries with them. In fact, while we were coming back, something drastic happened. The SSG, secretary to the government of the state, and some journalists and security personnel were attacked. They shot at us. Thank God for the vigilante of the securities that were on ground who repelled the attack. And from there, you could see some of these, Marudas walking around in the community. So I think the major growth here is about land grabbing and terrorism and drastic measures for the state government. The state government, he has tried his best. He's putting in serious measures. We have the Operation Safe Haven. We have the local vigilante that is also doing their best. So that is the major challenge we're having on the plateau.
Douglas, so you have put it succinctly. Thank you so much for joining us. And we can only hope that not just you stay safe, but people on the plateau will find peace and safety.
So my people, that is it. I hope you guys heard what is happening in Plateau State, not just in Plateau State, like every state in Nigeria. These Fulani herdsmen are causing havoc, and we are just, speaking English, talking about it as if the life of Nigerians do not even matter. These are somebody's father, brothers, sisters, mothers, and children. Every day we'll come out, we say, hey, hundreds of people die in this state, thousands of people die in this state. Like, we are talking about human beings, my people. And Nigeria government is doing absolutely nothing in order to stop this nonsense. The crazy part is that these people are aware of these people that are causing this havoc. They say they have agreement. At the end of the day, any herdsmen will not keep the agreement and they will come out and buy people. Like, you guys know that this is the people that are buying people. Like what is going on? Is this Fulani herdsmen above to be arrested, or I don't get it, honestly. They buy hundreds of people. And at the end of the day, you guys know that this is the people that are buying these people, and they're still going scot-free. And after they buy people, you see our security agents, they will just, fool everywhere and start giving statements. Like, this is crazy, honestly. When you think about everything that is happening in Nigeria, it's so crazy. My people, I say make I bring this update to you guys. Do well to subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys in my next update. Goodbye for now.